Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then, hi! Right, today we're talking about a shiny new gadget. The dual-sided UV resin light by Resiners. Mouthful. It looks like a cross between a baguette and a UFO. I think it looks like a baguette anyway. But apparently it cures like a dream. So let's see if it's as magical as they claim. Comes well packaged. And you can see on the front, it looks like a baguette. I'm sorry, but it does. And I'm going to open it. It's the first time I'm opening it. And look, it's all nicely well packaged. It has foam to hold it in. It's quite sturdy, quite heavy. And yeah, baguette. And it folds up to several different heights. It does 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and then it's got a battery light that tells you when to charge it. These glasses came with a lovely clean cloth, and I'm like, good, because my glasses are always ditched. Now they're no good for me. They're great for anybody else that doesn't wear glasses, but for me, nah. And I'm going to apologise now. I opened the instructions when I'm faffing with it, and the instructions are in the way. I am so sorry. I was that engrossed in what I was doing that I forgot. Now that's a card with all the instructions, the mission statements, blah-de-blahs. Nice card. And then I pulled this out and I thought, oh, I did not realise this had that. So I'm going to shift the box out of the way and then start showing you bits and bobs on it. They were to say that buy me a coffee and subscribe on your TV. So you just click the photo. Okay, when I pulled it out of the box, my first thought, this thing folds up like it's about to go in a school bag. Generally an A4 size bag, which is a win, because my desk is already covered in miniatures, cups of tea and whatever polymer clay creature I've abandoned mid-make. At least this one actually tucks away instead of being another hulking great lamp sitting there judging me. I do have the original UV light from Resiners, and that does nicely stick in my drawer, but it's a bit clunky for me. So I was looking to see if there was anything better out there. I did get one from Temu. I do like it. It splits in half, but let's see if this one is any better. Like I said, the gadget is behind the instructions. I'm so sorry. The cable's there to charge it. This is to tighten it up. Because me and my heavy-handed, I kept flopping it down. And that's as high as it goes. But you can move it backwards, forwards, you can make it lower. I mean, as high as it goes, that's high. That's really high. I mean, I'm assuming like if you're going to do a vase and do the base in a UV rather than the whole thing, because who does the whole thing in resin? UV resin. I mean, the biggest I've done is a whale. But yeah, this is like really high. It's very good. But you can start off high and then go lower and lower depending on the thickness of your resin so it don't bubble up. That's also to say thank you to my members, my subscribers, my watchers, my likers, everybody that watches to the end, because that's the most important part. You're all wonderful human beings. Now they claim it cures resin 60% faster, and I was like, yeah, sure you do. But honestly, it's quick. I plunked some teeny tiny trays on and a miniature pots under it, and before I'd even made a back to drink my tea, they were cured. Normally I'm pacing around the table like a cat waiting for biscuits. But this time I actually got the job done before I lost interest, which is rare. So, as you can see, the instructions, can't even read the instructions, so it's not like I'm showing you them either. But You can put the top on, the bottom on, or both, just by tapping the power button. And you can set it for 2 minutes, 5 minutes and 8 minutes. I think that's brilliant. I mean, you don't have to keep it on for the full 2 minutes, but, well, why not? It does cook. It does cook quicker. No, it does cure quicker than 2 minutes if you're doing thin pieces. Now, I've also got a UV resin from Resiners. Never used it before in my life. So this is a double whammy really, because I'm testing this too. And I'm going to tell you now, I like it. It's quite nice resin. Is it better than anything else? I wouldn't say so. It's just like every resin I've used before. But it is nice. There is no smell to it. That is the absolute upside. No smell. Now, I've got different moulds of all varying degrees, thickness, size, but they're all miniatures, mini things. And you can see how many I've got, and every single one of them fits. Every one. That is amazing. The space on there, and they all cured on that tray. It was great. This bit made me laugh because it's adjustable. It looks like a little sunbed, miniatures. You can raise it, lower it, set a timer, all very posh. I had a lot of tiny resin makes filling the space that I needed for a future project, and they fit perfectly. It shut off exactly when it was supposed to do. After 2 minutes, I timed it. No overcooked resin, because I'm sure we've all done that one. No? Just me? Okay. And I didn't forget about it like I usually do when I wander off mid-project. Downside, I do need to turn the thicker pieces on their sides, as it's not 360 with the light. But hey, what light does that? If there is one, tell me. Now, I am using glitter, and I'm going to use mica powder, and I'm going to use little inclusions just to see how well it does. And this balls again, is the thickest I think I've got on there, and that will be done in one little tiny layer with the black, because I want to see if it cures all the way through, and then it's going to be filled completely to the top with clear, and the face is going to be in 2 layers too, one clear and one not. So I want to see how well it cures all the way through, being on both sides. For me, it's just, I love this machine. It's a nifty little gadget. And I'm going to do these pots clear so you can see how well they cure and if they bubble up or anything with this resin. And I'm here to tell you, they don't. Clear as a bell. The only downside is that, like I said, you have to put the thicker pieces on the side and do them again, because they can be a bit sticky. But again, is there a 360 light? I don't think so. So all these pots, there are going to be some little issues with these pots because I haven't... user error, it's me. My error, but I'm okay with it because what I need them for, I don't need them to be perfect. So I'm using my long neck lighter just to get rid of bubbles, and I'm going to paint some mica on the trays and then put a little bit of UV in. And again, these don't come out perfect, but they don't need to be. If I'd have spent more time on it, they would have done. And I do put them on 2 minutes, but the thicker ones I've realised are not quite done, so I'll leave them on for another 2 minutes. And yeah, brilliant. Absolutely love it. It's one of those I'm going to be using quite a lot of. So if anybody hasn't got a UV light and needs one, I recommend it highly. And you'll have to excuse that, my phone just went beep 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 beep. So yeah, you've got your power button, you've got your mode, and the battery shows you the life on it. It'll flash when you need to charge it. It says so in the instructions. And it's fab. I also chose a non-clear mould just to see how well it would cure. Now, mostly UV does not cure very well in a non-clear mould, but other than the slight little tackiness to it when I took them out, they were absolutely brilliant. The little hands and feet, spot on. So fantastic resin, fantastic light. The cordless thing, that's a huge thing. That sold me. My desk looks like spaghetti junction with wires, and the last thing I needed was another cord to trip over. This one charges up and you can just grab it and go. Honestly, if I was an outside type of person, I could sit in the garden, resin lamp on one side, tea on the other, just leaving it to do its due while everybody thought I was losing the plot. It's very freeing not to be tied to a plug socket, like giving your crafts a day out. Yeah, I won't be doing that much. Probably in winter. I quite like it in winter. Now, Resiners include safety goggles, and yes, I put them on. Yes, I look like an absolute loon. But hey, at least my eyeballs are safe if I choose to use them. As a glasses wearer, and being blind as a bat without them, they don't really fit over the top. Luckily, my specs are UV jazzy, so they definitely get points for caring about that. So, if you only make one resin keyring a month, you probably don't need this. But if you're like me, you're constantly curing tiny miniatures, magical scenes and strange little souls in jars, this thing is a lifesaver. It's quick, it's not hogging the desk, and it doesn't trip me up with wires. Honestly, it feels like a gadget designed for the chaotic crafter, which is most of us basically. So, that's my review of the Resiners dual-sided UV resin light. Again, a mouthful. It's funny looking, it folds like a book, but it gets the job done. I quite like the sci-fi look of it, and it matches my dual head mixer in the colour. And they even supply a tiny screwdriver to tighten it up, as you saw me doing in the video. Now, I want to know from you, if you had this lamp, what miniature would you cure under it? First, a frog, a tiny cauldron, an entire alien village? Drop your ideas in the comments, because I love seeing the chaos you create. And of course, if you enjoyed this bit of crafty rambling, hit like, subscribe and join me for more resin, clay and whimsical nonsense every week. I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye!